This is Beckett's Ideas in Tech for April 17th, 2016, and today we're going to take a look at Google Slides. So Google Slides is much like Microsoft PowerPoint. It's Google's version of it. It is a web app that runs through our Google Apps for Education. So once we sign into our Google account, we click on the waffle, and we can see that Slides is right here. I prefer to go through Drive and do everything through Drive. It's just a nice entry point for all the Google apps. So I'm going to click on Drive, and I'm going to go to the folder that I want to make my slideshow into. So here's what we're going to do. I'm inside the slide. I'm going to click the red New button, and I'm going to choose Google Slides. Now it's asking me for permissions because I've shared this folder with other people. So here's Google Slides. Looks very similar to PowerPoint. It has templates and color schemes and all those types of things associated with PowerPoint. What we're going to look for today is using it as a replacement for Microsoft Publisher and using it for desktop publishing. So I'm just going to create an opening slide here for our Pink Day presentation. So I'm going to go Pink Day, simply titling it. And the next thing I like to do when I'm doing the desktop publishing is I like to right click and I like to change the layout just to blank. And then that way I'm not looking at those squares to enter in a title and whatnot. So if I wanted to change the size of the slide, which I could, which is on here right now, is a normal slide, I can go to page setup. You can see it's 16 by 9, but I could create a custom page if I wanted to for a piece of paper, just like we would in Publisher, 8.5 by 11. Poof, and now I have it in 8.5 by 11. So I'm just going to undo that because I want to do it as a slideshow for later. We can insert word art. Robert Moore School. And now I have some word art set up, and I can do a lot of different things to it, much like I would in Publisher. I can change the fill. I can change the line color. I can change the line thickness. Whoa. I can change the type of line. I can change the font. I can make it bold. I can make it unbold. I can make it italic or not or whatever. Why I like using Google Slides as a desktop publisher is that it's very easy to move the images around. And as you can also see, it also identifies when things are centered on the screen by that red line. So I can find the very center of this slide very easily by just creating the crosshairs like that. And now I have it in the center of the slide. I can also rotate the object if I want to do it that way. I could insert images. I can take a look at an image from my Google Slide or my Google Drive. I could bring in images. And all of a sudden I'm starting to make this into a poster or those types of things. I can change my background color, etc., etc. Another nice feature is as I move this picture around, not only does it say, hey, you're in the middle of the slide, but it'll also show me when I'm in the middle of another object. So you can see now I'm in the middle of the title. Or I'm at the edge of the title, that the two edges are lining up. And so this is a lot more free for us to be able to use compared to using Google Docs. But much like using Google Docs, all images are saved. All right. And there's a lot of opportunity to do a lot of different things inside of here. We can right click and rotate things in a real easy manner if we wanted to. We can even right click and put it into order, so sending it to the back so it goes behind objects, etc. So it's a real easy way for us to create a desktop publishing type thing like we would with Microsoft Publisher, but doing it online from anywhere. From our phones, we could use Google Slides. From any computer, we can use Google Slides. It's a pretty simple way for us to be able to do a lot of that poster making, publishing that we do with our students and we do for ourselves in our classroom without having to use Microsoft Publisher. The reason why Microsoft Publisher is a difficult program to use is that it does have a lot of options, which is great, except for we only use we only use a few of those options. And also you have to have Publisher. You can't download Publisher at home without paying for it. So we're kind of locked into doing it at school. Also, this allows us to create this type of work while we're on our Chromebooks as well. So it gives all of the students the opportunity in the Chromebooks to create desktop publishing products like posters, like pamphlets, like those types of things, and using it that way. So there are a lot of other opportunities for us to use Google Slides. We can use it like a regular slideshow. We can leave our, put our titles in and have our text and do those types of things. We can simply insert pictures into the slide. We can present this slideshow, and we can use all the features that we would necessarily probably want to use within PowerPoint. So I've also used Google Slides to create websites because we can simply publish these slideshows to the internet and then just use pictures as buttons to click back to the home screen or go to our math page or those types of things. I do have classes using this to create websites for hockey pool standings, classroom teachers using it for their own personal web pages, or you could simply just use it as a regular slideshow or for desktop publishing like you would Publisher. So there's a lot of different ways you can use Google Slides in your classroom, not only as a teacher, but also as a student. So this has been Beckett's Ideas in Tech for April 17th, 2006, and we just showed you Google Slides.